Alicia Jones, and we are live here in the studio today. I have my friends here with me. I have Miss Talitha Pickney. I have Miss Tamika Robinson. Can y'all say hello to the peoples?
Hello.
We're so excited today. I am really excited. We're getting ready to actually have a topic tonight that is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
I have two educators here with me. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for joining me on tonight. Talitha, Tamika. I know I'm going to probably get these names mixed up somewhere up in here tonight, but Talitha to my right, Tamika to my right and to my left. So yeah, we're getting ready to get started. We're going to go live. We definitely want to tell you guys to, by all means, invite, share.
Yes.
We are going to talk a little bit tonight. As you all know, Smart Scholars Foundation is a 501c3 organization, and we believe in supporting our children. We believe in early childhood education. We believe in promoting our children. We believe in making sure that our kids are enhanced in their daily lives. We always provide events and activities for our kids. But here lately, we've been really focusing on the bullying factor in our schools. And that's one of the things that we've been just kind of talking about and driving home the importance of parents getting involved and getting engaged. And I have two certified professional teachers here with me tonight. I'll start with you, Talitha. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and who you are and what you do? And
Sure. Okay, so I'm Talitha Pickney.
Hi, Talitha.
And I am an educator in the Houston Independent School District. I have been in education for 18 years now. I was recently awarded the Teacher of the Year award to represent my school. So
That's where I was supposed to have my clap video where everybody gets to clap.
I was totally excited to represent my campus last Friday at the Teacher of the Year banquet.
Awesome.
I am a fourth grade teacher.
Awesome.
I've taught third through sixth grade.
Okay, and so fourth graders, that's typically what age?
9 and 10.
9 and 10-year-olds. Awesome.
Yeah.
And Tamika Robinson, my girl, my friend. Tamika, tell the people who you are and what you're doing and what you're about and how you wound up in the ISD.
Yes.
You told me, I'm sorry.
Well, I've been with A-Leaf for 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
My first 3 years, I actually was in early education where I was in the preschool room.
Gotcha.
For the We Care, which we supported teachers and staff members that were in the district. And then this current year, I actually went into a different position as a family engagement liaison. And what that pretty much is, I am to bridge the gap between home and school, and then school and community.
Gotcha.
And so I really tried to get the parents involved and engaged into the kids, education, into the school, volunteering, being that advocate for their child.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about it.
I love it.
And with my first year actually being in family engagement, I actually won the Family Engagement Liaison of the Year. So
there's another one of my clap drum rolls I was supposed to have. Congratulations, girl. I'm so excited, y'all. This is literally my whole intent and purpose is to just come before you guys every week, and we are going to deal with our children. I have a heart, I have a passion, I have a love for our children, and everybody doesn't have that. Don't get it twisted. Everybody can scream children, but if you don't really love children, and if you don't really have a love and a desire and a heart for them, you'll know it. 2 weeks into the game, you'll know pretty much people that don't really have a love and a desire for children. So we are getting ready to dive right in, but before we do, we have one more guest that is actually getting ready to join us. We're going to go ahead and actually bring her in as well. Let's give it up for our friend Miss Lisa Stillwell is coming in. I met Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa's over at Sterling High School, and I had an opportunity this past weekend to actually go there, and we was basically working with the children that came to the class on Saturday. And so I reached out to her today and I was like, hey, why don't you join us on tonight? And so here she sits. And so I'm excited about the fact that we have educators on board. Lisa is also the founder of Celebrating You. You want to go ahead and put your headphones on and we can bring you on, honey? She is the founder of Celebrating You. And we're going to talk again tonight about community involvement, community engagement, and she's going to actually be talking from her nonprofit standpoint as well, the things that she do within the community as it relates to our children. But so, Miss Lisa, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll let you just kind of tell the people a little bit about you and what you do and your nonprofit, and then I'll come back to you, Talitha, and we'll just move forward with your experience in the classroom.
I am Lisa Stillwell. I'm the founder and executive director of Celebrating You, which is a 501c3 nonprofit youth organization. And we are in the business of helping students to prepare to be successful after finishing high school.
Awesome. I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. So that's the whole platform that we have here tonight. We got our teacher in the classroom, we got our community liaison, and then we got the support system for the children once they get ready to go into college. We want to definitely make sure that we cover every area of our kids' lives, and so that's a factor that she's coming in tonight to talk about. But Talitha, let's start with you. You just recently got acknowledged this past weekend as Teacher of the Year. And that doesn't come easy. That doesn't come overnight. You don't just wake up and you're the Teacher of the Year, right?
Exactly.
I'm sure there's been a lot of sweat and brows and tears and late night
Absolutely.
hours and everything. Tell us a little bit about you and your experience and what you do in the classroom. And let's talk about, before we ever even get to behavior issues, let's talk about our children and what you experience in the classroom with your kids, not from a behavior standpoint, but from a teacher standpoint. How do you structure your classroom to get the response that you need to help you move forward in the classroom?
So, something that's really big and something that I cherish is just building relationships with my students.
I love it.
I start that from day one. And so I let my students know, look, I care about you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here to teach you, but I care about you as a person.
Hello.
And so
Yeah.
with that being said, I walk in and I say, look, it doesn't matter what you did last year.
Come on.
You got a clean slate.
Come on, a new
Because
year.
student, sometimes teachers talk, but I don't even want to hear that. My students, when they walk into my room, they have a clean slate, and I tell them that. So it doesn't matter what you did last year. We're starting from today. I also let them know that whatever issues they may have, because we all have issues in the morning sometimes. We have bad mornings, bad days, whatever. Students are the same way.
Right.
And so they come to school and they're distressed or they're in stress. And so I tell them, just let me know.
Hello.
Pull me to the side, talk to me. Miss Pinckney, can I speak to you privately? Write me a note. Let me know what's going on with you
Wow.
so that I can address that or
Wow.
just help you through it.
Wow.
And
you set the precedence with your kids in the mornings, right? You
Exactly.
set your precedence in the mornings that, hey, even if you come to school this morning and you're having a bad day, it's okay.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset
Right.
at you. We are not going to make this a long day, bad day.
Exactly.
How about that? I love
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell them that too. I'm like, look, I'm trying to get you ready for the real world.
Exactly.
And in the real world, when you go to work,
Hello.
your boss is not going to care what happened at home.
Exactly.
I care, but we got to get past it.
Come on,
We
come
got to
on.
get through that.
Come on.
And so building that relationship with them, just letting them know, look, I'm here for you. I'm here. I'm your advocate. I want to fight for you. So whatever you need me to do for you, I'm that
here.
person.
How is that working for you as far as getting a response? How do they open up to that?
Oh,
Do they
absolutely.
gravitate to that?
Yes, my
Perfect.
I have such a wonderful bond with my students. Even my
Awesome.
principal and assistant principal have said it's the relationship you have
Yeah.
with your students to get them to do what you want them to do.
Aw,
They
you
will
get a
do
pat on the
whatever.
back today.
Thank you. My students,
You get a pat on the
they
back.
do whatever, and it's
Wow.
like I can not really criticize them, but reprimand them, and they still come back the next hour and give me a hug and say, "We really appreciate you." And I'm just like, "What? I just busted you, but you don't care,
Right.
Because they
right.
know I care about their
Right,
learning, and
right,
I care about them
right.
as an individual.
Right.
And so,
How long have you been in the teaching field industry?
18 years.
Wow.
I know.
18 long
18
years.
years, yes.
Are you tired yet? You know that song, I've been running for Jesus. I'm not
I
tired
actually
yet.
love educating children. I
Awesome.
just want to do it in a different light. So,
Gotcha,
I'm a
gotcha.
certified counselor.
Yes,
a certified,
girl.
a
Yes,
certified
girl.
principal. So I'm
Yes,
just,
girl.
expecting God to
Open those doors for you. Hey,
Exactly.
you're on the right path, and I wish you nothing but success. This is what it's going to take, y'all. We have to pull together as sisters, and we exalt one another. We lift each other up, and we root for each other, and we want each other to make it, right? So I commend you. I do. I salute
Thank
you.
you.
You've done an amazing job with your kids, and that's what it's all about, y'all. If we can ever pull together, I say it, and y'all know my cliche now. What about the children?
Right,
What about
right.
the children? If we get to that point in our lives that we know and understand that everything that we do, if we're mothers, if we're fathers, if we're parents, if we're grandparents, it should be about the children, right? Tamika Robinson.
That's me.
Hey, girl. So, Tamika, you do more parent engagement. You do more parent involvement. You're a liaison with A-Leaf ISD. How is that working for you?
Honestly, I really, really love this job. I've been with early education since I was in high school, so I've always worked in education, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply for this liaison position, not really understanding the full details of the position, but when I got in it, something snapped.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, if we connect the families to the school,
Come on, girl. Come on.
everything
You got
else
it.
will fall into place.
Right.
I live by this motto that when we neglect the family, we
Yeah.
affect the child.
Come on.
So if we
say that again.
when we neglect the family, we
Yes.
affect the child.
It's affecting the child.
It is.
That's
And
true. That's
so
true.
in family engagement, it is to equip and empower to the families. So you have some parents don't understand none of the math homework.
Right.
So I bring them into the office, into
Wow.
my classroom,
Wow.
and I'm teaching you academic support. So
The
when you
parent.
go home,
The parent.
you can help your
Exactly.
child with their math homework. Some
Wow.
parents are illiterate. You can't read.
Reality.
So they need to
Reality.
learn that.
Yeah.
You got parents that come from different countries, different cultures. They don't understand the culture of this particular school, or they don't know English.
Right.
So what I
Right.
do is empower the parent to empower their child.
Wow.
And so when we really get to that place with family engagement
Yeah.
and family involvement, because I really don't like to say involvement, because involvement is just like dating.
Well, yeah. Once or twice.
Once
two
or
things.
twice. We kind of come in when there's something big and special. But when you're engaged, there's a commitment.
I love it.
Beyond just dating.
I love
Look,
it.
I'm
I love
going to
it.
be here every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to come and I'm going to learn with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to advocate for you.
Yeah.
So what your teacher won't do, I will do.
Hello.
And so that's the big issue, is involving the parents into the child's education.
How hard have you found that to be? How hard?
At times, it can be really difficult. I realized I had to really understand my why. My supervisor, she always said, "What is your why? What is your why?" I had to really get to understand what was my why in family engagement. What's the big picture? Because what I do can really drown me.
For sure.
Because it's intensive. I gotta
yeah.
try to get grown folks
Yeah.
to come get educated to
Right.
help
Their
little
child,
people-
right?
to
That
help
they should
their
already
little-
have a passion for to do
Exactly.
anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so sometimes
Yeah.
it can be very difficult to do.
And it's funny that you say that, not to get off subject here, but that's one of the things that my mentor consistently reminds me of, and that is, Felicia, don't forget your why.
Right.
Don't forget why you do what you do, because the moment you forget that, that's the moment you're going to get off track, and you're going to
Right.
realize that, hey, this is not about the children anymore. And the moment that I don't make it about the children will be the moment that I shut this all down, because really it's not about me. It's about our children. Miss Stillwell, you're over there. Can you slide over, honey? You want to come join us and probably do the side so we can grab you in? But I know you work a lot with youth and with teenagers. And why don't you tell us kind of what you do as well, in addition to getting your kids engaged or getting them, more so active in your programs that you have?
Okay, first of all, I am my experience as an educator. I have over 20 years experience as an educator.
Wow.
And my background as an educator is in career and technology education.
Okay.
So in the classroom, I noticed that there are a lot of different needs that the children have, and that's the reason that we see some of the things that we see in the classroom.
For sure.
And we have a lot of talented young people in the classroom as well. And so as a result of that, the nonprofit was formed
Okay.
because we wanted to do some things to let young people know that they do have potential, that they can succeed. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, how many parents you have at home, whether or not you know where your parents are and so forth and so on. And so our nonprofit organization is set up to empower, equip, and to prepare them for the real world.
Wow.
And so the different workshops and activities that we have, we focus on things such as etiquette, other things, character development, dress for success.
For sure.
You know, how to get a job, how to present yourself to someone. We work on the communication skills. You know, we work on what you need to do to prepare for college. What do I need to do to find a scholarship?
Right.
What is financial aid?
Wow.
You
All the
know,
resources.
Right. What's
You
the
provide
difference
those
between
resources.
what's the difference between high school and college? Is somebody gonna wake me up when I go to college?
Nope,
No.
not gonna do it.
Okay.
Most certainly not.
There. Now you grown. You want to be
So
grown?
yeah, we focus on real world things that they have to deal with. You know, how to budget. You know, some of them have never even had a bank account. You know,
Wow.
you don't spend everything that you
At one
get.
time. Yeah.
A lot of our students have jobs.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important to teach that. You know, a lot of us, even as adults, when we grew up, we didn't have anyone to tell us what to do with our money.
Right.
So
right.
I just feel that, you know, that's important. So really, these are activities and workshops and other events that we have that seek to help them to build their self-esteem, help them to know that you are somebody,
Exactly.
you are
Exactly.
great, and I mean, you look like greatness.
Come on,
no
come
matter
on.
who you
you
are,
are. Come
or
on.
where you know where you came from. So I just believe that it's important to have programs like this.
Right.
And the activities that we have, they're free.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
they're free.
Wow. Wow.
So all we need is a parent.
Come
to-
on,
to-
come on.
To
Right.
get
And I think,
involved,
I think,
drop them off.
come on.
Okay,
That's
that type of
that's
thing.
all we're all saying across the
That's the
board.
key.
Every last one of us are saying the same thing. We need our parents involved. We need our parents
we
engaged.
do.
We need our parents to know and understand the importance of getting involved, getting engaged in these kids' lives. Gone are the days where you can just send your child to school and drop them off, or put them on the bus and I'll see you when you come back home. Right? We can't continue to do that because that's where we're losing our children. And this isn't a parenting session, so we're not here. We're not certified parenting coaches. Nobody taught us how to do it. We didn't have a manual. But at the end of the day, we really do have a love and a
Yeah.
heart and a concern for children, whereby we just want the best for them. And I've done my research, I've done my legwork, and I think we all agree that until we get our parents involved, until we get them engaged, until they become a part of the child's life in the classroom,
Right.
then we're still losing our generations, y'all.
Right.
Talitha, I'm going to ask you this. What do you find as maybe your hardest challenge or the challenge with parent involvement, parent engagement, or do you have a problem in that area? I mean, Teacher of the Year, surely there's been some success there, I would think. But what is there a struggle for you?
So there is a struggle because I work at a Title I school
Okay.
that has a high socioeconomic
Come on.
background. And so we do have parents who are like, look, I just don't have time. I got to work. And I get it.
Yeah.
You know, some of our parents are working 2 jobs just to provide
Yeah.
a place to stay,
A roof over their
a
head.
roof over their head, food. But at the same time, we try to get them to understand that your children need you.
Exactly.
They need you to be involved. And if being involved is just helping them with their
Homework,
making
exactly.
sure they
Right.
complete their homework every night,
Exactly.
making
Do
sure
that.
they bring it back,
Do that.
Yeah.
Right.
you know, reading to them, or
Uh-huh.
making sure that they read. If you just do that, that would help our children tremendously. And it would help us too.
So-
and then your children would know that you care.
Right.
Not that they don't care.
For sure,
but
for sure. So as we gradually embark upon the end of the school year, I think you all can attest that y'all are probably ready for the school year to be over. Okay, no shouting right now. as we gradually embark upon the end of the school year, what would you say to parents that, okay, it's the end of the school year, I missed it, I messed up, I wasn't involved in my child's life this school year. What would you say to them at this point?
So I would say that summer's coming up,
Hello?
and there are so many summer
Hello.
programs that are free.
Yeah,
Right.
Get your child involved.
exactly.
You know, when my students come back to school and say, I say, well, what did you do over, I teach writing. So we're going to write about what you did over summer.
Right.
They say, oh, well, I just watched television, I played my video games, and we went to Walmart.
Come on.
So I say, okay, wait. The Houston Public Library has
Exactly.
a
Free activities
reading program
every day.
And free activities.
Exactly. Once a week.
Can we take our kids there?
Can we? Will
Can we
Should we?
please? Can we
Right.
share
Yeah.
that with our friends and family and
Right.
our loved ones and
Come
just say,
on.
just register your kids. They get so many wonderful free gifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so the library.
Yeah.
There's so many other summer programs. HSD posted a STEM program. And it was another program that I can't even think of right now. I'll
Right.
think of it.
Okay.
But they're free.
Over the summer months.
Over the summer.
yeah.
They're free.
Yeah.
And they imbibe the children in different activities
For sure.
to get them out of the house, get them reading, get them imbibed in STEM, science, technology,
I agree.
engineering, and math.
I like how you put the fact that the library is free, because a lot of times people don't know and understand that your community library provides daily
Everything,
activities
yeah.
for kids. They have story time, they have painting time, they have all kinds of activities, especially during the summer months, that you can bring your kids to. And unfortunately, here's what we have the problem. You can't just take them and drop them off.
Right.
So you have to be engaged in your kids' lives. But they offer those programs where you can come in and have that one-on-one time with your child. One of the greatest satisfactions that I have, like for the summer months, and I have my own in-home daycare, we take our kids on field trips and we do different things with them, but the library is our number one stop. I promise y'all, at least
Yeah.
twice a week. We go there on Mondays and we'll go on Wednesdays, or we'll go on Tuesdays and we'll go on Thursdays, only because that's an educational resource. And I'm not going to just take them skating and to the movies and to the outdoor theater and all those places that we take to just to have fun,
Yeah.
because I also want to make sure that I keep with that educational component as well, to enforce or to make sure that we don't lose what they've learned over the school year. And so I'm glad that you said that, because that's the key. Parents have to know and understand that, okay, just because we're at the end of the school year doesn't mean that your children should just run buck wild, for the
Right,
lack of a
right.
better word, right?
Or do nothing.
Or do nothing.
Nothing.
Sit at home and watch TV and play the games, and that's a whole nother story, y'all. These games, these games that y'all let these kids play, man. Woo! I don't even understand it sometimes. Like, I don't, that Fortnite or whatever it is.
Yeah.
My Lord.
Y'all, that has become like the major. I have 5-year-olds that come in talking about, I played Fortnite all night last night. I'm like, where was your mama? How do you play Fortnite all night long, right?
Oh, yeah, we
so-
have students who come to school sleeping all
Because
day
they played the game.
Stayed up
Yeah.
all night.
I do the anti-bullying program in some of the schools, and that's one of the main things that I hear kids say all the time. My mama was asleep. I was up all night last
Yeah.
night. I was on the computer. I was doing this. I was doing that. And that's another thing, y'all, that we have to. I guess I'm just old school. Maybe it's me, but my mama didn't play that.
Nope.
10 o'clock, you was in the bed,
Yeah.
right? Your butt was in the bed, and you was getting ready to go to school the next day. And so it's just those things. I think we have to go back to just making sure that our parents know and understand that you have to be involved in your children's lives. Let me ask you this. From a classroom standpoint, how bad would you say that this impacts your children's behavior? And this is where
it
we're
not
going to go
only
with this.
impacts their behavior, but it also it impacts their academics.
Oh, for sure.
And
Oh, for
so, you know, the behavior usually stems because they're not getting it, you know, academically.
Yeah.
They're unable to get it for some reason, you know.
Yeah.
And so, well, my mama's not going to do anything anyway, you know.
Yeah.
They have that mentality.
Yeah.
And so we have to get to the parents so that
Yeah.
they can understand the importance of their involvement. Because once they're involved, the children succeed. They
Yeah,
excel.
exactly.
They go so far.
Right.
Because I know, oh, my mama don't play that.
Hello.
Oh, I can't bring that grade home.
Hello.
You see them when
Right?
they get their progress reports, they're like, yes. Oh my gosh.
I finally passed. My
Yeah,
mama not going to
you
beat
know,
me.
yes. And I've had parents,
Right.
when I taught 5th grade, they would come and they say, wait, did she really pass? She passed the assessment?
Didn't even
Yeah.
that the child was.
She really passed. Like, they're so surprised. We
Yeah.
work hard.
For sure.
We work hard.
For
There's
sure.
no slacking in
For
my
sure.
class, you
For
know?
sure.
And
For
so they're so shocked. And it's not that they weren't involved. It's just that they haven't passed 3rd or 4th. They're in 5th grade and they can't
Man.
believe that hard work paid off.
Man, let me tell y'all, and I'm a church girl, so don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong when I say this, y'all. I am a church girl, but we got to come out these churches and get back these
Oh,
kids
yeah.
into these books. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like, we dance around all this stuff.
Right.
We church it. We do everything, but when it comes to our children, we don't even know their status level in school. Here, you got a parent that's surprised that her child passed a test. So that tells me that we're missing it somewhere in the home. You know, we got to go back to having those principles. What y'all think? Principles in the homes, or morals, or values,
Standards.
exactly, standards.
Yeah.
You know, where are the days again? I say that at 10 o'clock your child is in the bed.
Right.
And
Where?
not
Go
on the
ahead.
cell phone.
Exactly.
Cell phone.
Under the
Exactly.
sheets, and the parent
Exactly.
doesn't
How you
know.
not know? I love,
The
love, love. Y'all
cell
seen this new
phone.
commercial that
cell
comes out with the
phone.
two ladies coming there like, okay, enough is enough. Go to bed. And the little boy is hiding up under the couch with his laptop, and she was like, I still see somebody on the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. So I said that to say we got to get back to that point. Like, we got to go back to raising our children
Yes.
and stop dancing around all of this stuff and acting like everything is okay when we all know that it's not. Because at the end of the day, we are losing our
Yes.
children, y'all.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are losing our children. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say something
Sure.
because I'm at a high school.
Okay.
And a lot of parents think that when the child gets in high school that they don't have to visit the school anymore.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
know,
Wow.
That is
when
a
you
big-
first have a child, you know, you're at the school a lot because your child is small, right? Through middle school, you might go every once in a while or whatever. But in high school, that really is the most important time that the
Right.
parent should
Be
be really
involved.
on it, and make sure that the child is attending school,
Right.
because you know attendance begins to be very major
For sure,
in high
at this
school.
point.
You know, we're talking about credits, we're talking about graduating on time, you know, passing the STAR test,
Exactly.
you know, and
All of those which
type
are
of things.
essential for them to
Right.
graduate.
And
Right.
then come to open house.
Hello.
You know,
Meet
come
your
to open
teacher.
house.
Yeah,
come
meet
to
the
open
teacher.
house.
Yeah.
Meet the teacher. Get
Right.
the teacher's
Right.
email address and stay in
let's stay in
contact
contact.
with the teacher. Because as a teacher, and I'm just going to say it like this, the students that the teacher remembers the most
Yeah.
is the one
That was
whose
involved.
parent has a relationship
Come
with
on.
the teacher.
Yeah.
Come on. How about
Okay.
that?
That's true.
That's
And
true.
you know, not saying that the other students are not important, but you can use that as ammunition. I mean, so to speak, on the child. I'm gonna call your mama.
Exactly.
You know your mama. You know
Exactly.
is gonna
Yeah.
say such and such. You haven't done your work.
Right.
Wait till I call your mom.
Exactly.
You know.
And
you
then
know what I'm saying?
they want to get it right then.
Because the parent that's really involved will say, you know, Miss whoever, you know, if you have any problems with such and such, here is my number. And the
Exactly.
child will see
Exactly.
that happen and write down that, you know, that cell number. So I just wanted to say how important that is, you know,
I
for
agree.
attendance.
Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Stillwell, because I was at a school a couple of weeks ago, and it literally this was I think it was a course that the kids had to attend or whatever, and the kids was coming in, and the parents was just zooming through the line, dropping them off, and they would come in, and I was actually doing a mentoring program there this particular morning, and the program director was standing there, and he was like, no, go get your mom. Tell her she's got to come back and sign you in. These kids was coming in, and I'm talking high schoolers. They were coming in like, my mom ain't going to sign me in. My mom not going to come back. My mom not going to, like, they knew. They automatically
Yeah.
knew what the response was going to be. And then I heard like several kids say, my mom don't care. My mom didn't come to the hospital when I was in the hospital. This is what one girl actually said, right? And so our kids have taken on this mindset that they know that their parents don't care. Where do we get that from? Like, where did that come from? In the sense that we now operate in the sense that we can just drop our kids off at school, the kids can go into the school and do whatever, but the kids already know my mom don't care.
How about fourth grade?
Oh no,
How
Tamika,
about- yes.
please tell me no.
How
Please tell me.
about
Yeah.
Please
I
tell me
had a
no.
student. I said, okay, the STAR test is tomorrow. Everyone has to be on time. On time means 7:30. He says, you know what? I'm gonna spend the night in my aunt's house because, you know, my mama. We never get to school on time, which they don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
They don't get to school before 8:30, 9 o'clock. School starts at 7:30.
Y'all.
He already knows.
Y'all.
Tomorrow is awards day at my school. He says, oh, my mama got to work. She not coming. I said, can you just remind her? Maybe
Right,
she
yeah.
will come
Right.
for an hour.
I think
Right.
this is where this is why I say family engagement.
For sure.
Because sometimes, honestly, the mom is the sole breadwinner in the home, or the dad may be. So when you have that family engaged, that grandmother, that cousin, that
For sure.
aunt, that adult sibling that can actually step into place to show, look, mama can't be here, but I'm
grandma
here.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's
That makes
why
sense.
it's why sometimes we look at the parent like, where's the parent? Where's the parent? I'm working.
Right.
I gotta provide.